The BRRRR strategy of real estate investing is one of the most popular strategies for scaling your portfolio. In this video, we're going to go through what the strategy is and how to calculate the numbers properly. The first step of the process is to buy a property that requires some work. The amount you pay for the property will affect everything else that comes afterward, so be sure to get a good price and don't let your emotions dictate how much you're willing to pay. Once you own the property, it's time to renovate. This is where many budgets expand, so make sure you get several quotes for the work needed so your numbers can allow the BRRRR strategy to still work. Next, rent out the property to some tenants. Make sure you've done your research beforehand about how much your renovations might increase the amount of rent you can ask for. Not having enough income can severely harm your ability to cash flow at the end of every month. After renting it out, it is time to go back to the bank and refinance the property. It is no longer in bad shape or outdated and is now worth more. That added value is the key to the BRRRR strategy. Once you've refinanced the property, it is time to take the money the bank has given you and repeat the process all over again on a new property. A good BRRRR will allow you to pull some or all of the money you invested out of the deal while still keeping the property in your portfolio. Let's take a deeper look at the numbers to understand how this works. We go to our spreadsheet and start with the address of the property, 123 Main Street. The purchase price of the property that needs some work is $400,000. Whenever you buy a property, you will have to pay a land transfer tax. The amount you have to pay depends on your province or state, and sometimes on your municipality. For this example, our land transfer tax is $6,500. A lawyer must get involved to finalize your purchase, and for that we'll budget $2,000. As you are doing your renovations, you are still responsible for any items that will cost money during the time needed to complete the renovations. These are known as holding costs. In a nutshell, holding costs are expenses such as mortgage payments, property taxes, and insurance that continue to be charged regardless of the state of the home. Renovations can take many months, so be sure to know what you're in for. For this example, we'll budget $4,500 for holding costs. Now we get to the big one, renovations. Having a good contractor that can walk through a property with you to give you an idea of what is needed and what it will cost you is invaluable. It is best to get this information before you close on the property to make sure everything still works. After walking through this property, our contractor has assured us that it should cost $62,500. However, it is smart to automatically add 20% to any quote just in case things go wrong and you go over budget. That gives us a renovation cost of $75,000. Now we add up our numbers to see the total money we have in the deal, and that amount comes to $488,000. At this stage, the house has been purchased and the renovations are done. Renters have been found, and now it's time to go back to the bank. Let's take out our trusty notepad to help us understand how this next step works. The completed renovations have added value to the property. It is now worth more than when you bought it. The bank will recognize this additional value after an appraiser looks at the new version of the home and provides a reappraisal of the property. Basically, how much it is worth in its current state. They come up with this value based on what similar properties or comparables sell for in your area. The value of the home after repairs and renovations is known as the after repair value, or ARV. In our example, the ARV of the home, based on the appraiser's judgment, is $610,000. This amount is what the bank will look at when deciding how much money they will lend you. Banks in Canada will let you borrow up to 80% of the ARV. So we take our ARV of $610,000 and multiply it by 80%. That gives us a loan of $488,000, and that number goes into our spreadsheet. We then bring down the total amount of money we have in the deal, $488,000, and subtract that from our loan amount. We can see that we are left with exactly $0 of our own money in the deal. We have a $610,000 asset in our portfolio and none of our own money in the deal anymore. Having the bank's money cover all of the money you used to have in the deal is known as the perfect BRRRR. Once you have all of your money out, you repeat the entire process on a new property, which helps to scale your portfolio as you can recycle the same money over and over again. That's the power of using the BRRRR method.